Hello there, BoBo, the Bitcoiner is back again. For more than a decade, Bitcoiners live under one rule: never sell. Held through crashes, hold through bull runs, hold through every reason that fiat will give you to hold. But that conviction came with a painful tax. You needed a home. You needed a roof over your family. And the system gave you a cruel little menu. Sell your Bitcoin or keep renting forever. People say you can't live in your Bitcoin. Today, that ends. All right. A breakthrough has arrived. The Bitcoin power mortgage. You keep every cent. You keep the key. Okay. You live. Finally live in your Bitcoin. Let's break down how this works, why it matters, and why this changes the future of Bitcoin finance. One, the problem Bitcoiners have faced for 10 years plus now. Bitcoiners have always had two terrible choices. All right. One, sell a Bitcoin. Trigger a taxable event, lose your hardest money, and lose your sovereignty. Two options: borrow against Bitcoin on margin, liquidation risk, recollateralization call, forced selling during the crashes, and stress every time the prices dip. Both options are traps. So most Bitcoiners did the only safe thing left. They waited, they rented, they delayed, they sacrificed home ownership to protect their Bitcoin. And the era is over. Second part is the breakthrough now is a dual collateral. The Bitcoin power mortgage introduced a new idea: dual collateral, a property title plus your Bitcoin. This changes everything. Your Bitcoin is not a leverage trade. It's not a margin collateral. It's not exposed to liquidation. Your Bitcoin simply sits on a pristine collateral that lowers the lender's risk and lowers your rate. That means no margin call, no liquidation risk, no forced selling, no recollateration, and no price-based triggers. A Bitcoin crash cannot force you to lose your home. This is the first time in Bitcoin's history that this has been possible. 3. Your Bitcoin stays yours, every cent. This part is critical. Your Bitcoin is held with BitGo, a bankruptcy remote account. Institutional insured, contractually guaranteed, never re-hypothecated, never lent out, never leveraged behind your back. Your Bitcoin stays yours for the entire life of the loan. This solves the biggest risk of Bitcoin-backed borrowing. Fourth, the product, a closed-loop Bitcoin financial system. The Bitcoin-powered mortgage is not just one product, it's a full stack. Let's break it down. Self-repaying mortgage. This is the flagship. Post Bitcoin at 1-to-1 collateral. Unlock the full purchasing power. Okay. No over collateralization required. Rates start at 8%, drop to 5%, and can fall to 1% APR at the diamond tier. As Bitcoin appreciates, your rates fall. Excess collateral can be withdrawn or applied to principal. Your mortgage begins paying itself down. This is the cheapest cost of capital in the world for people with strong Bitcoin collateral. Second thing is the Bitcoin mortgage reserve. For people who don't have enough Bitcoin for one-to-one collateral, contribute 20% of the home price in Bitcoin or cash. Monthly payment buy Bitcoin into your reserve. If Bitcoin compounds nearly 30% CAGR, the mortgage can be paid off in 9 years. If Bitcoin goes to zero, the lenders carry the risk. You fall back to the normal mortgage. This term PMI a dead cost into Bitcoin equity. Third thing is the Bitcoin bonds. Principal protected by US Treasuries. Downside powered by Bitcoin. Cash flow without selling your Bitcoin and borrow against it, stack more Bitcoin safely. And the next one is the PRN loyalty layer. Higher tier unlock, lower rates, higher yields, better escrow splits, and discounted fee. Not a speculative token, a loyalty system. And the fifth one, why this matter for Bitcoin future? This is the first step. Bitcoin becomes the foundation of real estate finance, structured credit, mortgage-backed securities, long-term lending, wealth building system. Bitcoin is no longer just saving, investment, and store value. Bitcoin becomes the backbone of the real world finance. This is the beginning of Bitcoin-powered financial sovereignty. Okay. And the big picture, fix the money, fix finance. Fix the money, now Bitcoin is fixing. Mortgages, lending, credit, equity, wealth building, and financial independence. For the first time, you don't have to choose between the hardest money ever created and a home. You can have both. This is the future Bitcoiners have been waiting. And the final message here is, for a decade, people said you can't live in your Bitcoin. Today, that becomes outdated. Bitcoin is not just a digital gold. Bitcoin is not just a saving technology. Bitcoin is becoming the foundation of a new financial system, one where you can keep your sovereignty, keep your upside, and still keep the key to your home. The Bitcoin mortgage revolution has begun. Thanks for watching. Hope this gives you something to think about. See you next time. Bye-bye.